Hi everyone, are you looking to relocate to the Gulf Coast of Florida? Want to find that perfect home? Maybe it's in a neighborhood that's on the water. Whatever it is, you want it to meet all of your needs. It could be close to the beach, it could be canal access, it could be a large lot with space that gives you some extra privacy. You may be frustrated on what you're finding. A lot of the new construction is all cookie cutter lots. In this video, I'm going to share a list of hidden gems on the Gulf Coast. Hey, I'm David Zachos Realty Design, and I've lived and worked on the Gulf Coast for over 42 years. 25 years of that serving as a deputy and detective with both Charlotte County and Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, and now 17 years as a real estate agent, real estate broker. I know our neighborhoods. I will provide valuable insight on desirable areas on our Gulf Coast. I am very passionate about serving my clients, and I have helped hundreds of people buy and sell homes. I'm going to share what I have learned over the years. So I'm going to give you my hidden gems. I'll cover 6 different highly desirable areas. So let's get started. All right, the first one's going to be Palma Sola Village Green. This is located on a very westernly portion of Manatee County in West Bradenton. I mean, literally just minutes from Anna Maria Island and the Gulf Beach towns of Bradenton Beach, Holmes Beach, and Anna Maria. The types of homes available in these 2 neighborhoods and the surrounding neighborhoods really wide range. You have small villas, low-rise condos. You also have a large inventory of single-family homes, as small as the little cottage homes, 900, 1,000 square feet. And then you have large estate type homes, bayfront mansions. The majority of the inventory, though, is going to be single family homes, 2 2s, 3 2s, 4 3s, ranging from 1,200 to about 3,000 square feet. Most of the homes in this area, since it was developed years ago, were built in the 70s and 80s, and they are traditional block homes from that era. There are a few exceptions to this, so mixed in you'll find some new construction homes, some new construction condos and townhomes. The neighborhoods, many of them do not have HOA. So a lot of my clients like that feature, and if they do have an HOA, they tend to be very low. Key features why this neighborhoods make my list of hidden gems is the price point for a home this close to the beach and the Florida lifestyle that these homes offer. I'll mention a couple different things, but I want to start with Robinson Preserve. This is almost 700 acres of grasslands, marshes, mangrove habitat full of trails. You can bike there, you can walk there, you can walk your dog there, you can picnic there, you can put your kayak in, your canoe in, you can step away from your home, step into nature, you can bird watch and watch other wildlife, and that's something is really unique to this area and is so close. Another cool feature that makes this a desirable area is this Robinson Preserve actually has a path that leads through the preserve out to Manatee Avenue, and then boom, you're right on Manatee Avenue. You're just a short distance from the bridge, and then right across the causeway, you're at Manatee Public Beach. From there, you've got access to all kinds of beach accesses going north and south on the island. The very north port is Bean Point, and then there's even bayfront parks on Anna Maria Island. You have a number of beach accesses in Holmes Beach. Like I said, Manatee Public Beach, going south, Bradenton Beach, and Coquina Beach. Lots of things to do here. You can launch kayak, you can ride jet skis, you can put your boat in, all that to live that Florida lifestyle. So let me talk about this proximity to the beach. I've already mentioned how close you are to Manatee Public Beach and those other public beaches located north and south. One other beach I want to mention is Palma Sola Causeway Beach. This is a small park along the causeway leading out to Anna Maria Island, and on both sides of the road, you've got opportunity to launch your kayak, you can fish, you can even horseback ride there. It's really a quiet and peaceful area if you just want to chill, read a book, have a picnic, and you don't have to go all the way across the causeway. Now let's talk about home prices in this area. You can expect to pay for a villa or condo starting in the low 300s, so it really makes it affordable. For the average single family home, let's say a 3-2 with about 1,600 to up towards 3,000 square feet, you can expect to pay on the low side $350,000 up to about $800,000 depending on the size and features and condition of those homes. That's the general price point, which makes it very affordable for most people. The pros of the neighborhoods, I've already kind of mentioned them throughout this, but let me just highlight in summary. What's taking place here is it's very highly sought after because it's a lower price point than Anna Maria Island itself, but you're so close you can be there in minutes. Many of the houses are not located in a flood zone, so that leads to a lower carrying cost. There are also very low HOA, like $100 a year, or no HOA at all. That also leads to a very low carrying cost. As homes and values appreciate up on down on our Gulf Coast, I do believe this area is going to hold its value better than something far out east because they continue to build so many neighborhoods out east, and these homes, there's only so much land within a few miles to the beach. Another thing that makes these neighborhoods desirable is the opportunity to lease them. You can actually lease many of the homes, depending on the neighborhood, for short-term leases, which is allowed through Manatee County. They're highly sought after because of the proximity to the beaches, that Florida lifestyle, and also because of IMG Academy. There's often people looking for short-term living for their students that are attending the academy or in tournaments. These neighborhoods allow you to enjoy that Florida lifestyle, waterfront dining, walkable small beach towns, and catch sunsets almost every night. The next hidden gem I'm going to mention is the neighborhoods of Indian Beach and Sapphire Shores. I'm really excited about these neighborhoods and what they offer. These neighborhoods are located at the southwest corner of Sarasota County along Sarasota Bay, just south of Sarasota International Airport, west of the trail, all the way down to about 32nd Street, and then over to the bay. The types of homes that are available in these communities are a wide range. You've got multi-million-dollar homes along the bay. You've got a lot of smaller cottage homes that were built back in the 1920s that may be as small as like 900, 1,000, 1,100 square feet. You've also have some early estate homes, not on the water, that have a lot of fantastic architecture, Spanish, Mediterranean. You even see a mix of mid-century modern. And now some of the newer homes are being built are those modern architecture, which really leads to a blend of different types of homes here that are desirable. Many of the smaller homes, single-family homes, are 1,200 to 1,700 square feet. Many of them have been renovated. You may be able to actually find one that hasn't been renovated, which give you a great opportunity to get into this neighborhood at a low price point. All right, let's talk about key features of the neighborhood that makes it so desirable. One thing is that a variety of architecture, and another thing is the mature neighborhood. They tend to have large trees, many shaded streets, wider streets than newer neighborhoods, and then right in the middle of Sapphire Shores is this cute little bayfront park. It's not very big, but it is so picturesque. My daughter lived in this neighborhood. I would love to visit her, and we'd often plan to make sure we get down to the park and catch a sunset. Right overlooking Sarasota Bay, it's an opportunity for you to walk your dogs. There's a playground there. If you have kids or grandkids, there's a kayak launch, canoe launch, and it's just a beautiful, picturesque spot where you can have a picnic, just stop and enjoy the sea breeze. Because you're so close, this neighborhood is so close to Sarasota Bay, it was common for us to notice that sea breeze there. We lived in Lakewood Ranch at the time, and I'd go back home and it's like, where's the breeze? It was definitely noticeable there, which makes it much cooler during the summer nights. Another nice thing about this neighborhood that there's a highly rated elementary school there, which is Bay Haven School of Basics Plus. All right, another nice feature about this neighborhood is the proximity to the beach. Indian Beach is actually a small beach on the south side of this neighborhood. There's Sapphire Shores to the north and Indian Beach to the south. It's not much, but it's a place to jump in, get water, get wet. Also a spot to launch a kayak or a canoe, just chill and take a minute. It's not a Gulf beach, it's a bay beach, so it's a little bit different that way, but it's definitely nice. If you're looking to get to a Gulf beach, you're only 15 minutes drive to Lido Beach and South Lido Beach. If you want to put your boat in the water, 10th Street boat ramp is only about a 2 to 3 minute drive south from these neighborhoods. All right, now let's talk about home price points. You can buy into this neighborhood, believe it or not, for like $400,000 to $500,000. Because of the many older homes that are in there, they're modest homes, and you can be able to buy one of those and be able to fix it up. You can also find very extravagant, like I mentioned to you, Mediterranean homes from the early 1900s. These are going to be multi-million dollar homes. You're also going to find new modern construction. These are going to be in the range of $900,000 to probably $2 million. And then recently there was a home right on the bay on acreage that sold almost for $10 million. What makes this neighborhood part of my hidden gems is just a mix of all these things. I'm going to summarize and just kind of give them to you. The character of the community, the historic past, the proximity to downtown Sarasota, and so much to do, along with the unique features of having its own bay beach and its own bayfront park. The multi-million dollar homes in there, they're going to hold up the value of the other homes there. There's a voluntary HOA, and people do take pride in their neighborhood. You'll see many of the homes fixed up, which is another positive. Even though it's not required, you have the flexibility since the voluntary HOA to be a part of it. It's very inexpensive, and there's no restrictions in this neighborhood. If you want to park your boat in the driveway, you can do that. 5 to 7 minutes to downtown Sarasota. Sarasota International Airport is close by, but you're not in the flight path. If you travel often because of work or pleasure, you're 2 to 3 minutes from the airport. The Ringley Museum there, Oslo Theater is there, and it's a short drive down to downtown Sarasota, across the causeway in the St. Armand Circle. All right, let's talk about hidden gem number 3. I'm going to call this Old East Sarasota. It's the southeast portion of Sarasota, east to I-75. It is located along Proctor Road, east of I-75, and north of Clark Road, out to where Proctor Road and Clark Road meet. The types of homes that are available in this area, you're going to find large estate type homes, many of them on an acre, 2 acre, and even more than that, 4 and 5 acres. They're going to be expansive homes that many are 4 and 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,500 square feet up to 5,000 square feet living. Many have 3-car garages or even more. In this area, you're going to find some newer neighborhoods, but they're still going to have larger lots like a 1/4 to a 1/2 acre. Some of the developments that I'm talking about are Foxfire West. That's one of my favorite neighborhoods in all of Sarasota. Ashley, Country Creek, Bentry Village, and then newer neighborhoods of Red Hawk and Waverly. This is an area that most of it was developed about 25 to 35 years ago. The first neighborhoods were established in this area. People were looking for eastern property, large lots, and at that time, this was really eastern part of Sarasota. It was far from downtown. And so it was highly sought after. A lot of high quality builders built in this area. Many of the homes have private pools because private pools were very affordable back in that era that was building. I actually lived in one of the neighborhoods there. I lived on 2 acres and it was absolutely beautiful. Another nice thing that key features about this neighborhood is that it's the proximity to Sarasota now, because a lot of the new construction's taking place on the larger lots way out east. Here you have the opportunity to own acreage, close to town, close to Lakeview School, which is a highly rated elementary school, Sarasota Middle School, highly rated, Riverview High School, highly rated. You're also going to find a lot of families in this area, youth sports. There's a number of parks, soccer fields, Twin Lakes Park, where you have Little League, you have youth football, and in addition to that, a number of schools in the area that have athletic fields that you can use while the kids are in sports. Another thing that's nice is its proximity to downtown. You can be downtown Sarasota in 20 minutes. If you want to go to Lakewood Ranch, UTC, 20 minutes. If you want to get out to Siesta Key, 20 minutes. If you want to get down to Nokomis and some other beaches, about 20 minutes. The neighborhoods you're going to find are very mature, overgrown canopy streets, wide streets, and most of the neighborhoods are going to be smaller, like 10 to 100. They're not going to be expansive, active lifestyle neighborhoods, but they're going to provide lots of privacy. Now, let's talk about proximity to the beach. I kind of already mentioned Siesta Key is only 8 miles away, about a 20-minute drive, and within 20 to 25 minutes, there's additional boat ramps for water sports and paddle boards and kayaking. That's all about 20 to 25 minutes, and you can put in Sarasota, Osprey, and Nokomis. If you're looking for freshwater access, Mayaca State Park is only about a 10 to 15-minute drive to the east for kayaking, boating, and fishing. All right, now let's talk about home prices. You can expect to pay about $700,000 to $900,000 for a 2,500 to about a 3,500 square foot house. That depends on the size. Obviously, the size of the lot, whether it has acreage or whether it's a smaller lot, and the condition of the homes. Since many of the homes are older, they may need some work, but there's others that have been renovated and are fantastic, and they did an excellent job. Once you renovate a home in this area, I do believe you're going to have that sweat equity in this very sought-after area of Sarasota. Now, if you're looking for a larger home on a premium lot that, let's say, has 1 to 2 acres, you can expect to pay about at 1.2 to 1.5. If you're considering an estate home, and maybe that's what you're looking for, and the only thing you've really seen is out east on Clark, out east on Fruitville, maybe neighborhoods like Sky Ranch, Hampton Lakes, and High Hat Forest, you may actually find what you're looking for here much closer to town at that same price point or a little bit lower. All right, now let's kind of give the summary of the positives and negatives. I'm going to talk about the space. You're going to have expansive lots you don't see in new construction. You're going to be close to town, close to schools, close to parks and activities for the kids. You're going to be much closer to the Gulf for acreage lots. You're going to have mature neighborhoods that have character. You're not going to be in that cookie cutter neighborhood where you have, a tenth of an acre. I do believe as property becomes more and more expensive in Sarasota, that this area is going to be highly sought after. Sorrento Neighborhoods is my next hidden gem. This is located in Nokomis, which is south of Osprey, south of Sarasota. You have Sarasota, Osprey, and then Nokomis, and that's where the Sorrento Neighborhoods are. This is just north of Venice, Florida. There's actually 12 neighborhoods, and you have a wide range of different type of homes. You have villas, condos, you have smaller single-family homes, you have canal front homes, and you have expansive bayfront estates. You also have large estates where you have 5 acres, but the vast majority of these neighborhoods, I think 10 out of the 12 are west of 41, so you're very close to the bay and the intercoastal waterway. Key features of these neighborhoods, why it makes my top pick, is that many of the Sorrento neighborhoods, not all of them, but many of them, even the communities with villas, are on canals. Or if they're not on the canal, they have a marina or some boat slips that you can put in your boat. I mean, think about it. A neighborhood, you can walk right out your back door, jump on your boat, and be in the Gulf in a matter of minutes. That's the neat thing, too, about the Sorrento neighborhoods, the proximity to the Venice Inlet. You're on a canal, let's say, in this area, it's a very short drive down the intercoastal waterway to the Venice Inlet. All the neighborhoods are deed restricted, so that's another positive. You're not going to see any neighborhoods that are, like sometimes you have non-HOA neighborhoods and you tend to have a mix of different type of people. All these are well maintained, well taken care of. You can drive through any of these Sorrento neighborhoods and you'll notice there is pride in ownership. Many of the fees, though, are very low. I mean, the condos are going to have a higher monthly fee, but the neighborhoods, single-family neighborhoods, for example, are only going to be like $90 a year, $100 a year. The neighborhoods tend to have very low traffic. They're off the beaten path. They're not along the main highway. So you can feel right at home riding your bicycle, walking, taking your golf cart. One thing you'll also notice, and I hear this often, that, hey, Dave, the people in these neighborhoods are friendly. If we're out showing homes, it's common to get in a conversation with a neighborhood. People wave, and it's something that's nice, and that tends to take place in this Nokomis, Sorrento neighborhoods. All right, proximity to the beach with these neighborhoods is key. One reason that gives it its value. You're very close to Nokomis Beach and Casey Key. Only a few minutes drive, really. And from there's 2 beaches really on Casey Key that you have access to, Nokomis Beach and the North Jetty. Before you get over, there's a marina there, public marina. There's boat storage there. There's boat clubs there. And then right over the causeway to Nokomis, Casey Key, is a boat launch. If you wanted to go down to Venice, you're only 10 to 15 minutes more. We have access to about 8 different public beaches, additional boat ramps, kayak launches. Another nice thing is you're only 10 to 15 minutes to Sarasota. Once you jump on 41 and go south, you're there. The Sorrento neighborhoods also give you quick access to I-75 north and south. All right, let's talk about price points. Homes are very affordable in this area. That's why I often mention Nokomis to people who haven't considered it. You can get in for the low 200s for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo or villa, and they go up from there. The single-family homes in this area start in the 300s to 400s. If you're looking for a canal front home, you can actually find a villa canal front for around 500 to 600 with a deeded boat slip or right out your back door and a boat dock. Single-family homes on a canal can be found for about 800 to 1.2, and then there's multi-million-dollar homes right on the bay in the Sorrento neighborhoods that are going for 4 and 5 million. There's one unique neighborhood that has extra property, 5-acre parcels. That's Sorrento Ranches. And those homes go for anywhere between $1 million to 2.5, depending on the age of the home and the condition of the home. Now, let me wrap up and summarize the key points about this Sorrento's neighborhoods. To me, it's ideally located just south of Sarasota, just north of Venice, close proximity to I-75 to get you wherever you want to be. The price points tend to be lower than Sarasota. The area of North Venice and Nokomis is growing rapidly. There's so much new development in that area. If you ride out east on Laurel Road and you continue, you'll notice all kinds of new construction, but you have 10, 15, 20 minutes to the beach. Here you only have a few minutes to the beach. Because you're so close to the Gulf, and many of these neighborhoods also feel that ocean breeze. And as our area continues to develop, land close to the beach, close to the waterways, on a canal, with boat access is going to be more and more valuable. The single-family home lots tend to be a little bit bigger in these neighborhoods, a quarter to a third acre, and you're not going to find that typically in a new construction neighborhood a little bit farther out east. That's also another reason I give it a thumbs up. Let's talk about the 5th hidden gem. And I'm going to specifically pick 2 neighborhoods on Venice Island that are on the southern portion of the island, yet they're only 1 mile to the Gulf. The argument could be made that Venice Island itself is a hidden gem, but many people have started to find Venice Island, and the price points are accelerating. Property is becoming more and more sought after. But on the very south portion, there's 2 neighborhoods, Beach Manor and South Phoenicia Park. Types of homes in the neighborhood are villas, small villas, 1,000 to 1,100 square feet, and single-family homes. Single-family homes are going to be more modest homes. They're going to be built probably between the 50s and the 60s. They were built as second homes, seasonal homes, for many residents in the Northeast and Midwest, around 1,400 to 1,700, maybe a few that are larger. The key features of the neighborhood, I've already touched on it briefly. You're on Venice Island. It's close to many desirable parks and the beaches. These 2 neighborhoods tend to be lower price point than the rest of Venice Island, yet you're west of the trail. There's a couple neighborhoods in Venice that are east of the trail. These, you're west of the trail. You don't have to cross that busy street on your bicycle, walking, or on your golf cart, and your quick access to the beach. Venice Island is transitioning from a sleepy retirement town that it had been for 15, 20 years ago to a year-round paradise. The entire island has a casual feel about it. You can walk, bike, jump on your golf cart, catch a sunset on any night of the week. There's festivals, activities almost every weekend. There's a community center, the arts center, the library, the theater, and the historic district, all within minutes of these two neighborhoods. Another nice thing is Venice Elementary School, Venice High School, the Venice Little League, and so many different parks. Venice City parks are within minutes and even within these neighborhoods. So you're starting to see the neighborhoods get younger. I already kind of hit on that proximity to the beach. You're only 1 mile to Service Club Beach. That's your closest beach to these neighborhoods on the southern part of the island. But just another half mile down the road, you have the Venice Fishing Pier. There's 2 parks adjacent to that. And then just on the other side of one of those parks is Broward Paul Park, which is Sarasota County only pet-friendly beach. And then within 2 miles of these neighborhoods, you have Venice Public Beach, just lots of opportunity. There's boat ramps, kayak launches. There's a Venetian waterway trail. If you love to bike like I do, that is a multi-use trail. It interconnects with neighborhoods and you can circle the entire island. Very low traffic, very safe place to ride your bicycle. You'll see many people participating and using that. It just really gives you that nice opportunity to ride your bike and not worry about many of the busy streets that you do when you're riding. Now let's talk about home prices. Now, the villas start in the high 200s in these neighborhoods. Single-family homes start in the 400s. There's lots of options if you're willing to spend $500 to $700. Most of them are homes that probably need a little bit of work, but some of them have been renovated. The highest price point is around $950 currently in these neighborhoods, which really gives it a nice price point compared to the rest of the island. All right, let me talk in summary why I love this. Again, I'll just talk about value, because of the price points compared to the rest of the island. You're on this small resort that once you check it out, you're going to fall in love with it, as many people do. The island is transitioning younger. It's a nice place to live. It reminds me in so many ways of the small town that I grew up in and that I lived in, both in the Midwest and the Northeast. Several Venice neighborhoods are getting very expensive. It's common to spend $1.2 to $2 million on a home, but here you can get in much lower price point. It's not in a flood zone and you're walking distance to the beach. Potential also for these homes to be leased and create income for you, because this is a very sought after area seasonally. So that's another plus in these homes. 6th hidden gem, and this is going to be considered North Englewood. Just south of Venice and north of historic Englewood is an area I consider another hidden gem because you're close to Minnesota Key and Minnesota Beach and all the beaches on Minnesota Key. There's a mix of older neighborhoods, including the neighborhoods of Overbrook Gardens, North Englewood Gardens, Englewood Isles, Beach Walk by Minnesota, and Boca Royale. In this area, I included some newer neighborhoods along with some older neighborhoods. And the home types of neighborhoods that are available are a wide range. You have in Overbrook Gardens, for example, you have small block homes. Englewood Gardens, you have extensive large estate type homes both on the water and off the water. Some less than an acre, but many over an acre. In Englewood Isles, you have a mix of villas, condos, many canal front homes, and some other well-maintained older homes not on canals. Beach Walk by Minnesota has attached villas and single-family homes, and now they're offering grand homes, which are larger 4 and 5 bedroom homes, 4 and 5 bath homes, 3,500 to up to 4,500 square feet. Boca Royale has a mix, some small villas, single family homes, and now they are also launching a signature custom home series in Boca Royale. Key features of these neighborhoods, I don't care which one you pick, you're within minutes to the beach. Overbrook Gardens has canal front homes that lead out directly to Lemon Bay, or if you're not on the canal, then you have a boat launch within the neighborhood. Voluntary membership, only a couple $100 for an entire year. Allows you to trail your boat right within the neighborhood and put it in for the day. The Overbrook Gardens tend to have a little bit smaller lots, like 0.2, 0.25, but still much bigger than your traditional new construction neighborhoods. Englewood Gardens, nice thing about that, you've got expansive, large lots, 7/10 of an acre and above, really. Many are 1 and 2 parcels. Tons of privacy. A number of these homes are on bayfront lots. And since you're in the Englewood Gardens, you have the opportunity to join Englewood Gardens Beach Club, which is on Minnesota Key. Englewood Isles offers older, well-maintained homes, but you also have some villas and condos there. You've got a marina with boat slips right within Englewood Isles. Beach Walk by Minnesota, It's an amenity-rich, active lifestyle neighborhood. You may have watched my other videos about that. Lots to do, planned activities, community center, pickleball, community pool, fire pit. It's golf cart friendly. It's maintenance-free. Boca Royale kind of has the same feel to it for many of it. You've got a mix of villas, some older homes that were originally built when it was Englewood Golf and Country Club from the 70s, but now the vast majority of the homes are newer from the 2000s, and they're still building and they're expanding. And you can build brand new homes in there. It's a golf and tennis resort. It's got pickleball, social programs, but it's not required. It's optional membership. Proximity to the beach of all these, they all have in common. You can be on the beach within 5 minutes. You can drive your car there, right across Englewood Road for some of them, or cut through the neighborhood and you're on the back way out to Minnesota Beach. When you hit Minnesota Beach and go south from there, Minnesota Key, you actually have a Blind Pass Beach, Englewood Beach, and Stump Pass Park Beach. So great opportunity. If you like water sports, Lemon Bay is right there. Great fishing, place to put in your kayak. The Lemon Bay Park and Environmental Center is close by, and that's a highly sought after, well-maintained park with Sarasota County. Lots of places to put in your boat, your kayak, your paddleboard. Now let's talk about price points. Very affordable. Since this is in the southern part of Sarasota County, you can find homes in Overbrook, which tends to have the smaller homes, and Englewood Isles has those condos of villas. You can find them in the high 200s to the low 300s. You can get a canal front home in this area for $700,000 to $800,000. Bayfront homes on acreage are going to be 1.3 to 4 million. You're seeing some of these older bayfront homes torn down. That's always a good sign if somebody's willing to spend $1 million, $1.3 million, tear down a house and rebuild. That's only going to help increase, because now with these bayfront estates, you're now seeing these homes where they were selling for a few years ago, much lower price point, commonly selling for $3 and $4 million. The new communities of Beach Walk and Boca Royale, you can find the villas for the 300s to 400s, small single family homes from 400s to 500s. The majority of the single family homes in these neighborhoods are going to be priced $600 to $900. They're going to be around 2,000 square feet, 2,500 to 3,000 square feet with a pool. You are now seeing a home selling as much as 1.5 in these two neighborhoods. I'm going to kind of wrap this up and give you my summary on this, why this is a hidden gem. Proximity to the beach, and because of it's off the beaten path. Many people are not familiar with Englewood, and when people travel north and south on the Gulf Coast of Florida, they usually take I-75 and Highway 41. They both run north and south. Neither one takes you into Englewood. This portion of North Englewood is in Sarasota County, but it's off the beaten path. It's less traveled. Traffic's not as extensive. It's part of Sarasota County, and already mentioned, Sarasota County has exceptional parks and beaches. Most new construction that's taking place is out east. So that's going to be, if you looked up and down the coast in our area, Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte counties, there's hundreds of new neighborhoods going in. But how close are they to the beach? Can you be on the beach in 5 minutes? Not so, unless you're in one of these really high-end exclusive neighborhoods. So that's why I love this area. If you like to bike, like to walk and jog, this is also a nice area because it's not highly traveled. There's lots of back ways to make yourself over to the beach, and you can actually cut through South Venice, ride your bike if you're a biker, get up to the Venetian Waterway Trail in South Venice, cut over to the Legacy Trail in Venice, ride all the way up to Sarasota and back, and not have to worry about traffic or congestion. All these features why I feel this is a very desirable area. All right, I know I covered a lot. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions about any homes in these neighborhoods or any of these hidden gem areas, please reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care.